In season 2 of Castle Swimmer, we see our main character Kappa escape the Shark Kingdom. While continuing to find his true purpose, he comes into contact with an evil witch that's charismatic and gives almost a grandma-like feeling, Muku, which is why she's also nicknamed the Evil Granny. With Mono popping in, Muku believes Kappa is the key to helping them find the mini-god crab. They take him as a prisoner, not knowing who he actually is. But with Kappa being open to adventure, it's more of a growing companionship. Kappa meets their queen, who's very shut off but more observing, one of the more serious in the bunch, who helps these two understand that Kappa isn't just another random fish, he's the beacon. Well, in disbelief, the prophecy is triggered and they're shocked, and Kappa desperately wants to help them, but their queen assumes Kappa wants something in return, which leads to him saying he wants to become an evil witch. So the question for today's video is, could Kappa really become a witch? Let's start this off by examining his characteristics from season 1. Kappa by episode 4 we can pick up on is already pretty conscientious. This stems from Kappa really becoming the beacon. By the time Siren arrives in episode 3, we can see he's already accepted his fate and he's willing to do whatever has to be done to fulfill the prophecy. Even by episode 11, he's willing to hurt himself to test out if the curse will end by causing him to bleed. But going back to episode 4, that also leads to how he could be considered timid. He just tries to tuck it in. In the closing of episode 3, you can see him whimpering in fear. Kappa could also be considered a person who takes charge, very dominant, based on his relationship with Siren if you compare them both. Who was willing to force things to be how they were with fate? Who was coming up with the ideas to find a way around the curse? Who was the one willing to push Siren to make decisions? Who was the one who kissed first? Now, that trait is questionable with the standoff with Suska in episode 39, but you know, Siren being cut, I mean, who wouldn't react like that? But Kappa is also considered born charismatic. He is seen more as like a goofy type, but we can also see that with his whole interaction with Siren. He's dominant, but also a bottom bitch. I don't know how, but he is. But this is all a quick reminder. This is all in my opinion. If you do have a different perspective, a completely different interpretation, and or disagree, maybe even want to add on to my statements, don't be afraid to share in the comments below. So now that we have that out the way, it seems likely that he could become a witch, but what really makes a witch? They're considered evil based on perspective, they're dominant, they're very self-caring, somewhat selfish, charismatic by their power, and determined. If you're a witch watching this, please spare me, this is just an opinion, okay? Now let's take a quick look at season 2 and what happened, and I'll give my personal input. We see his returning dominant personality by episode 52 when the witches are battling a sea monster. He's trying to stop them so he could take down the creature himself, but we're trying to worry about if Kappa can actually become a witch. So, in episode 55, the witch's queen wants to kill someone. Kappa is quick to cut them off when they were speaking and already agrees, trying to prove that he could become a witch, but explains his reasoning, which is caring about Siren being done wrong by the prophecy and kinda wants revenge. But Muku reminds him they're evil, and what they do isn't considered right and is not considered to be justified. We can see Kappa putting on a front, but we can tell deep down he really doesn't know what he's getting himself into. By episode 57 and 58, the witches were supposed to cause havoc with these 3 fishes, but Kappa, who's supposed to attack, is mesmerized by the baby and ends up being sweet and charismatic, and the 3 fishes end up not taking the possible attack seriously. The 3 witches are very disappointed in him though. So by episode 70, the queen is trying to hold him back so he won't slow them down in a fight with the crab lord Ogo. So we can already tell that the queen isn't exactly believing him, seeing him as someone who can actually be a witch. So with all that in mind, Kappa has yet to learn any magic from them at this point of recording this video. I think Kappa will still be contributing to their quest. Obviously, his beacon powers are activated for Ogo and when he first met the witches, so his journey is obviously necessary. Do I think he can actually become a witch? Possibly. With a little bit of time and persuasion, he could actually join the other side. So what do you guys think? Do you guys actually think he could become a witch? I think so, and I think he's gonna cross paths with Siren one day, and it's not gonna be so pretty. It's not gonna be pretty at all, but you know, it's love. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know. I just missed them together. I don't know. Am I crazy? I don't know. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. Definitely make sure to share your opinions below. I would also like to say Suska and everything she stands for. Goodbye.